Good morning and welcome to the latest edition of Live from QCP, QCP's weekly series where we introduce you to managers from around the company who talk about recruitment opportunities, job opportunities, and what it's like to work in this amazing organization, which, by the way, is just celebrating its 71st anniversary. Today's guest is Gerri Feretic. She is the Director of Bellerose Day Services, and we're happy to have her with us. So, Gerri, I'm going to introduce you. And hi, Gerri.
Good morning, Alex.
How are you?
Hello, everybody who's joining us this morning.
On this rainy Friday morning.
Rainy, wet day.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Okay. I can hear you. Everybody can hear you. There she is. Okay. So, Gerri, I have a couple questions for you. Would you please give us a brief description of the services that the Bellerose Day Services Department provides? What do you do for the individuals?
Okay, we are a day habilitation program located in Bellerose, Queens. We serve adults who have intellectual disabilities. Some can have physical disabilities. And again, they age out of a school, sometimes a special education program. And if they choose, they come to a program like ours. It is a day program. And they can focus on, we develop, have an IDT meeting with the individual, the family, if they have a care manager, and we develop a person-centered program specifically for them with their choices, their likes, what they want to work on to become independent, learn new skills, prepare them for the world. Community integration, possibly even volunteering if they choose. And again, it's individualized. For those that prefer, there are some in-house programs, such as a computer lab, a snoozling room. On site, we have a giving garden. So if someone chooses and has a green thumb, we go down daily with the staff as well that might have green thumbs as well, and they will plant seeds. They will water. And then they will, some of them, when the tomatoes grow, the peppers, we can make a salad. We give away those things to some people in the community. It is open to the community. And the day is quite busy for the staff. Right now, we're looking for DSPs, which is direct support professionals, to work alongside the individual and with the individual, and all day long. So they come in, the staff will come in, the individual arrives via bus most of the times. They come into the program and then they start their day, and each has an individualized schedule. If they go in the community, the staff will go with them. Trips can include anything that you and I go on. If it's to a bank, food shopping, if they're working on a cooking project. We make all trips functional and learning, so that if they are on a cooking project, they will get the petty cash, they will go to the store, and they will purchase the items, come back, cook it, and then share it. If it's for a bake sale, whatever the trip is, they will finish it. Then the individual has lunch during the day. They work on their goals, their individualized goals. It could be money skills, it could be computer skill, it could be a self-care goal, making sure that you're dressed appropriately for the season. There might be a group going on. They may want to join a Zoom group. And basically then it's the end of the day. So it is a day program.
So, Gerri, you shared some pictures with me of recent activities, and I wanted to share those with the audience and have you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing. Go ahead.
the pandemic, this was last month, we had a cultural festival. And we have a 2-hour Zoom every day from 10 to noon. And we do it with our residences, which are some are on site, some are off site. And this, each house was assigned a country. So, for example, that was India. This individual is showing the elephant with the trunk up, which kind of means good luck. This individual is showing a poster that he did and teaching everyone about the country with flags. There might be, the outfits that they're wearing. And they really, really put a lot of hard work and effort into it with the staff's assistance. And then they, for the Zoom, they presented their work to everyone and questions were asked. And they really had a lot of fun doing this. And it was quite a success. And we hope to do it soon in the near future with some other countries.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about the job requirements. What are some of the skills and background that you look for the individuals who are applying for the job of direct support professional?
Sure. The DSP requires a high school diploma. Don't really have to have experience. We do a lot of training with our staff. QCP offers an orientation. We offer training, CPR training, SKIP training, which is strategies in crisis intervention and prevention. We offer, driving and van safety. What we do require is an upbeat, great personality, wanting to learn, enthusiastic, able to form good working relationships with the individuals, patience. We offer very good, benefits as well with that. QCP is, supports going for, an education. We have tuition reimbursement. As long as it's related to the field. And we do have a lot of staff that go for psychology, nursing. We have even had staff that became a nurse and then was able to get a position in one of our other departments. And we're very flexible. QCP is, if you have night courses, some people in the residences will work for us because they're free during the day, and vice versa. If you have, evening and weekend, you may want, the day services, which is our program. The hours are 8:30 to 3:30. And it's just an overall very, upbeat staff are extremely nice. Everyone's willing to learn. We encourage and try to facilitate people's hobbies and being creative, so that if someone has a hobby of photography, we had a staff who that was his hobby, and everyone worked together, and he took photos, black and white photos, and we filled the whole hallway of photos of our individuals and staff doing programming. So if someone, as I said before, has a green thumb and likes gardening, we would work together to have them be with the garden during the season for that. Fashion, we've had fashion shows. We've had plays if someone has that talent. We did the Lion King one year. We did carnival. So we try to make it fun for the staff as well as the individuals, and pair. We do everything in small groups. So there, the ratio could be 1 to 3, 1 to 4. And the day goes by very quickly because everyone has a schedule, and we maintain that schedule.
So I also wanted to find out, in your experience, what has been some of the backgrounds of the people who've come into these jobs? What's some of the profiles that you've seen?
It's quite a variety, a mix. Some can be just starting out their schooling, taking courses they're not kind of sure what direction they want to go in. Some just love the field because they have a sibling or someone in the family that has a disability, and they want to pursue that. They know that that's the direction they want to go in. So it kind of could be also like a stepping stone. Some might be people that have children, and they just have they need like just 6 hours a day. So, leaving at 3:30 is a plus for some people if they're going to school or they have to be home for their children. So it can work both ways for a lot of the staff.
Okay, well, I want to thank you very much for joining us today, Gerri. Are there any shout outs, any special thanks or things you want to say to your staff or the individuals?
For both. The staff have worked very hard. We appreciate what they do and just wanted to thank them. And the same for the individuals. It's been a difficult year, but everyone has come through it in a positive manner. And, again, a thank you to everybody for making it. Takes a village, and we're a team here at BDS.
Gerri, thank you very much. So thank you, folks, for joining us today for another edition of Live from QCP. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay dry, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much.